What's good, Joe? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. And yo, this episode was awesome. We learned a lot more about Narancia. I'm a little confused about his backstory, but we'll get there in a second. But yeah, man, this episode was great. Been digging the show. Got some crowd crazy stuff happen in this episode, and yeah, man, I can definitely say that the assassins team or whatever they're called, I was right. They're definitely going to become the main villains for at least this arc when they're trying to hold down Trish. Like I mentioned before, they're going to be like Dio's guys from Star Crusaders and the stands that Kira's dad were bringing together to stop Josuke and the others around the end of part 4 while Kira was still on the run. So yeah, man, without further ado, let's just jump right in, man. And also, guys, so yeah, this review, guys, there might be some delay in this review when it's coming out because tonight's the Royal Rumble, and honestly, I'm not excited in the least for the Rumble. The build hasn't been that great. I'm not even that looking forward to the Rumble itself. I mean, if Edge is going to be there, there's been rumors he's going to return. If he is, awesome. I mean, I've seen what the man looks like nowadays. There's no way he's not at the Rumble. You guys want my predictions? Men's Royal Rumble. If John's in it, he's winning. If not, Roman Reigns. I don't want Roman to win, but I mean, I won't mind it as much because I actually kind of like Roman, but you know, John, maybe Roman Reigns, Cain Velasquez, please God, no. Women's, Sasha, Ronda, or Shayna. Those are my predictions. So anyway, now we top of the Rumble. Let's just talk about JoJo. Sorry, just have to get that out there real quick. So he starts it off. He got started with Narancia. He's of course, you know, trying to get away from the other guy. I forget his name. Seriously, I am so shit with names. So he's running away from him, and while he's doing, and so he's like, oh crap, because we get the little recap of him going big again, and he's like, oh shit. So from there, we just pulls back little bomber, gets up from the top of the stairs or on top of the sidewalk, and then just starts running towards like this little alleyway where there's a bunch of bottles in the way. So once he gets to the bottles, there's a cat appears. And he fires off a little bomber, fires some shots at the cat. I thought Narancia was actually gonna kill him. I'm like, God damn it, Rocky! Enough of you killing cats. What is your beef with animals? You know, because you know, Rocky has this weird thing where he loves killing animals off. He's done it in part 3, part 4. I'm pretty sure he also did in part 4. Yeah, definitely in part 4. That was some gruesome shit in part 4. Part 1, obviously, with Dio. You know, that sick motherfucker Dio. But yeah, man. A lot of crazy shit. A lot of weird shit with with this thing with cats. But anyway, so he gets there. So he starts to climb on top of the bottles. The dude throws some water on top of him, or throws some soda, whatever it was, on top, which makes him fall down from the bottles, and it, you know, kind of makes him slide down the sideway a little bit. He puts his foot right on top, and he's like, "So, spill it. Where's this boss done?" And Narancia tells him to fuck off. I'm not gonna out my friends. I'm not gonna screw with my friends like that. Go fuck yourself. You know. So then he goes on. So then we get a little flashback of Narancia, which was interesting because I'm a little confused about some of the parts around the end of this flashback. But we'll get to there when we get there. So we find out that his mom died from some eye sickness or I got infected or something, and that's what she died from. His dad, said nothing. And he's like, hey, you know, mom died from an eye disease, right? And he doesn't say anything at the funeral, just walks away. From there, of course, he ran away from home, lived that gangster lifestyle, you know, living on the streets, stealing what he could, and just, you know, going off from that. That's the life he lived. He a bunch of other kids with his own guy that he calls Big Brother. Dude has tan skin, blonde hair. So then the dude tells him, hey, Narancia, you know, and he tells him, like, hey man, you came from a decent family, right? Shouldn't you be in school? And he says, nah man, fuck my dad, I don't want him, I don't need him. So then he tells him to dye his hair blonde. And he says, you know, you look badass with it. He's like, and remember that. And Blonde's like, oh, okay, yeah, because he loves this guy. Next time we see him, dyes his hair blonde, but then he gets arrested. And the cops start roughing him up a little bit. He goes in the interrogation room saying that a witness saw the whole thing. And he's like, what the hell are you going on? I didn't steal nothing. And this old woman comes like, yeah, that's him. That's the blonde terror that beat me senseless. And he's like, "Who the hell are you, woman? You know, I didn't steal shit. You better come clean and not, and stop, telling lies." And yeah. So he tries to go after her. He obviously gets stopped by the police. And from there, yeah. And from there, sorry, I'm not looking at I'm pulling up something. I pull up 2 numbers of schedule on Instagram real quick so I can tell you guys what it is in a second. But anyway. So after he gets arrested, the cops rough him up a little bit more, and they put him back in his cell. You also see he has a bit of a black eye. His eye is swollen on his right side, I believe it was. It might have been his left. And from there, they never really treated it, so he started to get worried about that he might get the same eye sickness and he might get infected just like what happened with his mom. Because that shit can be hereditary sometimes. And while he's in his hospital bed, he also thinks about what had happened, what she said. Blonde terror. He beat him senseless, and they think it might have been Big Bro. And he's like, no, don't think that. It could have been him. Gets out of prison a year later. I don't know why. After just like assault, at the worst he had was assault and battery, and maybe burglaring or theft. Don't know how that's a year in prison. If I would say, me personally, that's like 3 to 6 months, especially if it's the first offense. 3 to 6 months, man. But that's just me. Maybe that's just me. I'm an American, I don't know the Italian law system or criminal system. So he gets there. So afterwards, he gets back to where his gang is. Nobody doesn't want to touch him with the 10-foot pole because of the eye sickness. And Big Bro leaked out the fact about his mom having that eye disease. So nobody wants to touch it because they think it might be contagious and he might get it. So he tells everyone to keep his distance from them. Narancia just kind of lives by himself. Then we see Fugo's now actually wearing a normal suit for once, which was nice to see. He looked good on it. He looked good in that suit. So afterwards, Fugo, he grabs Narancia, takes him to a restaurant, which I pulled it up on Google, called a Terrateria. I probably butchered that. Apologies, I'm not Italian. Which I looked this up on what the hell he was talking about, and it says here on Wikipedia, or at least on Google, it shows you the Wikipedia, like a expert from the Wikipedia page. It says that it's an Italian-style eating establishment that's generally less formal than a ristorante, but more formal than an ostiera. I'm just assuming just means this. I'm just gonna call it an Italian restaurant because I have no idea what the fuck any of this means. So he gets there. Fugo tells her, "Hey, this kid needs some fucking spaghetti." No, let me do this in the Italian accent. "Hey, mom, this kid needs some spaghetti. Get them some fucking spaghetti." And Bruno's there too. He actually got himself some pasta. Looked fucking. I believe it was some fettuccine alfredo, which your boy loves his fettuccine alfredo. Man, you got some chicken with some shrimp in there. Now we're fucking talking, boys. But anyway. So Bruno legitimately just hands him the food that he got for himself. He just hands it to Bruno, or to Narancia. Excuse me. Bruno hands it to Narancia. Afterwards, Bruno takes him over to the hospital to get his eye checked up and get him proper medical care. And then Narancia asks like, fam, what the fuck? Why are you doing this for me, man? Why are you doing this? And he says, I had no pretense. I just did it. And he says that he's always welcome in his home. But he tells him, the choice up to him, but he strongly suggests that he goes back to his parents and goes to school. He needs to go to school. Narancia says, nah, man, I don't want that. Are you a mafioso? And if you are, that's why I want to join you and become a mafioso like you. And then Narancia starts getting a little pissed off at him. Not like angry, pissed off, but like, you idiot, you this ain't your kind of lifestyle. He's like, no, if you ever speak that asinine shit again, I'm gonna beat you senseless. Because he's telling the Narancia that, no, kid, this is not a lifestyle for you. Stay away from here. You live your life normal. It reminded me a lot, actually, of what happened with Giorno when we got that episode of his backstory, and he met with that mafioso that also helped him out. But when it came to every time about him, but he tried to keep him away from that mafia lifestyle, but Giorno ended up coming in anyway. So I wouldn't be surprised if Rocky did that on purpose to have their storylines kind of be somewhat similar. So anyway, afterwards, after all that's being said done, he returns to his family. Afterwards, he returns to his father. He says he never returns. Now he also went back to school, and Narancia at this point looks about the same age as he is right now. No, he also has some books carrying. Now he's also carrying like these 2 books that are like hung together by like a belt strap, and he just has it under his arm, and he tends his mom, and he goes to his mom's grave before he wonders, about what Narancia said or what Bruno said. Now I'm kind of now this is the part I'm kind of confused on. We know Narancia ain't the smartest guy in the room. He ain't the brightest bulb, We know that the kid's kind of struggling with his math and everything. So was he not in school for that very long before he went over and joined Bruno's gang? Because I got the impression that the kid never went to school, or at least never went to school after he ran away from home. But with him going back to school, because we don't really get a time frame of what happened when he went out from here to what he meant with Popo, and then became a part of Bucciarati's gang, where I'm he's still struggling on his multiplication tables and math and all that other shit. And then he goes on about carbon dioxide like he's a fucking expert on it. Well, granted, it's a stand, so he probably, he needs to be an expert on that guy, so with how the stand works. But that just sexy. So if any of you guys know any clarification, if it was some more was explained in the manga or some data books or something, please clarify that in the comments if you guys, No, but anyway. Before we get back to JoJo, literally right as I was recording this video, I got a notification from Instagram popping from one of the Toonami accounts that I follow. I obviously have push notifications turned on because, of course, it's Toonami. I need to know everything that's going on, especially when it's new schedule, new shows dropping, all that good shit. So, before we continue the review, I want to give you guys the new updated schedule for Toonami. I like the schedule, but at the same time I don't, mostly because of where JoJo's placement is. So we started off at 11 o'clock. Start with Hiroaka, then Dr. Stone, SAO, which SAO is great. I'm glad to see that SAO sensation up more. Veneral's finally getting dubbed. This episode that aired this week, man, was great. This is the second episode. This is the one where we first saw Asuna, which, my god, did I miss Cherami's voice? Bruh, if you want me to give an award for, best voice in anime, for men, I give it to DC Douglas for his voice of Kira. That man, like I mentioned before, how much I love his voice. For women, it gotta go Cherry, man. I don't know what it is about her voice, man, but I fucking love her voice. The reason why I love Austin so much is because of her voice in the dub. And, man, and this is the episode where you get to see Austin is sad. You guys know me when it comes to Austin being sad. I've said this before in my SEO reviews. That shit should be a crime against humanity, because when Austin is sad, it legit pains me to see her sad, man. I get sad watching her being sad, man. I just want to jump in the screen and hug her, man. Like I mentioned before multiple times, your boy got a problem, But yeah, man, and it was even more heartbreaking to see her add with Cherami's voice, because I love her English dub so much, man. I love her dub voice. So anyway, SAO, then at 12:30 we got Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer this week was awesome. This is the episode with the drum guy, and where Tanjiro finally killed him. Great stuff. Loving the dub for Demon Slayer. I love the fact that my man Bryce is voicing in Yaba, I think the dude's name, the guy with the boar mask. Yeah, I love the fact that he's voicing. That's perfect casting right there. So good on that, A+ for that one. Next up at 1 o'clock you have Food Wars. 1:30 is Black Clover, and then 2 o'clock is JoJo. Y'all really couldn't switch them? You really couldn't switch JoJo and Black Clover? Come on, man. Give Black Clover or not Black Clover. Give JoJo back its 1:30 slot. Come on now, but maybe after Demon Slayer ends, they'll give it back the 1:30 slot. I don't know. That's bullshit right there, man. And then after that, you got Naruto Shippuden, The Promised Neverland, and Attack on Titan. So, yeah, just want to give you guys a quick update for you guys that care about the new schedule for tonight. But anyway, back to the episode. So Formaggio, I had to look it up to make sure what his name was. So Formaggio still has his foot on Narancia. He's like, man, it's the time for you to let go of these burdens, let go of all your shit. Come on, just confess. Where's the girl? Come on. And then Narancia, of course, tells him to fuck off. That, come on, man, she ain't a stand user, she ain't a mafioso, she's just a fucking kid, and we have given our word that we are going to protect her, and we are going to do just as he's like, oh, shut up with all your friendship and your friendship, chivalry, and saving the girls crap. I don't care. Goes on, and then he pulls out this glass bottle. Now, this is not just your ordinary glass bottle for some, damn, what the hell's that drink called? I can't remember what it's called. It starts with a B. Oh, fuck, I can't. Bourbon, that's what it was. I had to think about that for a second. Bourbon. You know, that you put some bourbon in, you know. But in there is a spider. Yes, a fucking spider. Now, you guys know me. I love me some Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the GOAT to me. But actual spiders, man, nah, I don't fuck with that shit, man. I mean, I'm not arachnophobia or anything, but preferably I would like to stay away from spiders that are about the size of tarantulas. That's too big. I'm like, fuck me, man. And when you got Narancia as small as he is, man, shit. That thing might as well be a fucking kaiju. So anyway, he goes on about this type of spider it is, and it's non-venomous. But for someone like Narancia at the size he is, he's fucked. If that thing bites him, he talks about how he'll have after the bite, he'll slowly get the paralysis. He won't feel as much. Then the spider's going to whip him up, and then add some digestive enzymes to his body, which is going to slowly destroy his intestinal organs. And then he's gonna pretty much just eat him, and he's gonna be fully conscious while this whole thing's going on. So yeah, that's even fucking worse, my dude. Like, goddamn. So the dude, he puts Narancia in the bottle. Narancia tries to fight against this spider, manages to pull out a bit of a glass shard, stabs the spider in the head, which its blood is white, which I found that kind of strange. But I guess spider's blood is white, so whatever. Anyway, fires off some webs, but then it manages to get Narancia and a couple of them, and it starts webbing him up. And after he starts webbing him up, he gets bitten, then everything starts going down, and that's when he finds this little piece of this, like, map. The map Narancia was using earlier on to get stuff, to get here and everything. Pulls it out, sees that it's marked to hell with pencil marks, so that obviously he's just going to need to follow his path back, and that he'll know where he is to get back home, to get back to where the safe house is. Okay, and yeah, so after that, also guys, I know I don't want to keep interrupting the review constantly, but this is important. So literally, while I was recording this review, I just got the news. I'm looking at it on Twitter right now. Kobe Bryant literally just passed away, man. I was legit watching JD's off the script. I was watching his live from you on right now. I was watching a little bit of it. While I was watching a little bit of it, and in his thread in the comments was just filled with Rip Kobe, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Looked it up on YouTube. The man died in a helicopter crash. I'm on Twitter now. I obviously said my 2 cents, man. They also got legit "Please God" is trending, which, that's some powerful shit, man. Like, if you got legit "Please God" trending, man, I mean, shit. That's some powerful shit right there. The Black Mamba definitely knew the man upstairs, if that's the case. But yeah, man, it sucks. He died at 41. Gone too soon, man. Gone too soon. I mean, I'm not the biggest Laker guy, or even the biggest Kobe guy. You guys know me. I'm more partial to LeBron. But Kobe, man, him dying like this, man, this is far too soon, man. And just when LeBron becomes like this, beats Kobe for the 3rd all-time shooting record or whatever it was for points, whatever. LeBron literally just beat his record, man, and then he dies like mere hours later, which shit, man. I just hope the Lakers win the finals. If the Lakers win the finals, shit, man, Kobe can die in peace, and that's the case, man. And then everyone can then make anime memes about how Kobe's spirit, possessed LeBron and shit. We'll have all these Dragon Ball memes. They're probably already coming up right now, because us black folk, we love our basketball and we love Dragon Ball. Anyway, man. Enough, me talking about that. Let's get back to the episode, man. But I had to talk about that. I just had to talk about the passing of Kobe Bryant, because you guys know me. I'm a big basketball guy. Not as big as it was a couple years ago, but I still love me some basketball. But anyway, so Fumagio thinks he's won and everything, but then Narancia point talks about carbon dioxide, how it's an what was it like? It was like a scentless gas or whatever that not only organic matter gives it, or organic matter gives it all, but also it's a compound when matter, or it happens when matter combustes. And it goes on about how it was chasing to be fired off against one of the cars. Now, he didn't know if that was gonna work, but that it also works from carbon dioxide and everything, from the carbon dioxide people emit, and so that's why he used the car They fired off. I'm not even explaining this as well. But he fires off in the car while doing. That's what he was planning on doing it, to have it light up, which is what happened. The car lights up, it explodes. Formaggio legit catches on fire, and to put out the flames. To put out the fucking flames. This man is absolutely fucking mad. First, let me take a sip of my water before we discuss it, because this is just bad shit saying here, ladies and gentlemen. So, as I was saying, Formaggio, to take out these flames, does he stop, drop, and roll? No. Does he find a pool or a body of water close by and just throw his body right into it? No, ladies and gentlemen. This man legit cuts his wrist, pulls it off, jells out tiny feet, and the blood from it spews out, setting off the flames. Yes, he used his own fucking blood to take out the flames. Is that even possible? Like, this is so JoJo. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love JoJo. So anyway, after he puts out the flames, Narancia comes in there, starts stomping at it, being like, who the hell takes out fire with their own blood from their cut wrist? I'm like, I don't know, man, this is fucking JoJo. Anything's fucking possible in this show. You think something can't happen? Araki will make it happen and you will like it. This man's absolutely fucking insane, man. But anyway. So after Narancia starts looking around for him, Formaggio thinks he's won because he's already seen the map, and then he's going to tell the rest of his guys, and they're going to go take out the boss's daughter, and, they think he wins. So what does my man Narancia do in this situation? Well, first off, he runs off to this car. Little bomber beats him to the punch, fires off a bomb down there, which blows up that car. And then Narancia's like, I can't see you. There's too much carbon dioxide from all this fucking fire, so I'm gonna just blast up this whole fucking street. Fuck it. All the cars in that area just start blowing up to Kingdom Come, and I'm just sitting there being like, damn, this man's fucking insane. Narancia is. Formaggio's like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, are you insane? They return back to their base forms, and by this point, the flames are purple. Now, I don't know how hot that means flame, because I know there's red flames, blue flames, white flames, and purple flames. I think purple is the second highest, and then white flames are the highest. But I don't know. If you guys are experts on flames, tell me how hot the purple flames mean. But either way, it looks fucking cool. So they got purple flames around them. They're both looking at each other, staring each other off, like a Mexican standoff. And then he goes on like, my stand at this distance, my stand is faster than yours. So they stand off, then they come charge each other, little bomber fires off, blows his stand up to Kingdom Come, he gets filled up with holes, and finally dies. And, yeah, the flames return to red by this point, and Formaggio and Narancia's like, mission failed, we'll get him next time. He didn't say that, but he said the mission was a failure and that he needs to return, and that the money and the merch is all fucking gone. So they return back to headquarters where where Fugo's like, okay, run this by me again. Narancia's like, I told you, man, I got caught up with some stand user and shit went down. He's like, yeah, I get that part, but I meant the part about them finding out where our hideout is. And Giorno buds in, tells me, we should commend him for taking him out, and then, shit, I forget his name. I forget his name already. Damn it, the guy with Moody Jazz. I forget his goddamn name. Goddamn it, it's gonna take me a while to memorize all these guys' names. But anyway, so he goes on and tells like, yo, what if it talks about like the boss will contact us and we'll go from there. But he says like, what if the boss doesn't contact us? Then no. Abacchio, that was his name, Abacchio. Jesus Christ, I'm terrible with names. I've mentioned so many times, but for also, Abacchio had his hand on his chin for some reason. Don't know why that was the case, but whatever. So anyway, afterwards, Mista opens up the door, tells him, "Hey man, you need to see this. Buttarat, you need to see this," and it's a message from the boss. He has there's a laptop there with a message for it. And Fugo comments at them, or I think it might be Fugo, it might be Mista. Comments the boss always sends out his messages like this. So anyway, afterwards, he looks at the message, tells him to go to Ponsieri, I think it was called, and he got a key for like a helicopter there, and they're gonna go from there for to take Trish. And that's pretty much the episode ends with Fu, where with Bucciarati sending out Giorno, Abacchio, and Fu go out to do that thing to go find it, while Narancia and the others are going to stay there and guard Trish. And that is where the episode ends, ladies and gentlemen. So, overall, this episode was fucking awesome. I'm really digging Narancia. I like his stand. I love the stands in part 5. They've been like really creative stands, and definitely a switch from the norm, because part 4 stands are really good, but a lot of them were kind of similar to what we saw in part 3. Part 5 is like they've been like very original, and I'm definitely excited to see what the other stands we got for part 5 is, as well as when we get to part 6. That's going to be high, because you guys know how excited I am for part 6. But anyway, overall, I give this episode a 10 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, flag, links down in the description box below. And as always, subscribe for more. See you guys next time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go prepare for the Royal Rumble, which might be good, but it might very well be shit. You guys will find out when my review drops.